This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
We are here for the case of ROSS-BENNETT versus Chappelle. You all have been together 3 years. You all met at a gas station.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I want to know why you have brought your significant other to court today.
Well, Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm 5 months pregnant with our third child, and I'm actually trying to see if he's actually continually cheating with his ex right now. I need to know.
All right, Mrs. Chappelle, you hear what she's saying about you. Are you cheating?
No, Your Honor, and today I'm here to prove I'm not cheating on her. I do really love my family and want my family.
Ms. ROSS-BENNETT, what are you wanting this court to do?
I just need to know the truth. Is he still cheating so I can move on with my life? And honestly, if he is, I'm just done because I'm tired of going over the same thing over and over again.
So what would be the last straw for you?
If his lie detector test come back that he lying, that's the last straw.
And
That's
so
the last
everything
straw.
is at risk.
That's the last straw.
So, Mr. Chappelle, do you want this to work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but what does she mean to you?
She means everything. That's my best friend. I don't have nobody but her.
Honestly, it's just this bond we got. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And
Look at that career.
It's a bond we got, and honestly, I ain't really cared about nobody else like I care about him.
All right, Mrs. Chappelle, you want to prove to her that you are not cheating?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been clean of cheating and all that for a year now, Your Honor.
For a year?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you don't believe it. I'm looking at the look on your face like,
No, Your Honor, I don't believe it at all.
So what happened in the past?
Well, in the past, the first thing in the past, he told me the car he was driving was his family member car, and it was a woman car the whole time, so.
All right, wait a minute. Tell me about how is he driving a car and telling you it's somebody else's?
We actually got into an argument when I was pregnant. I had just found out I was pregnant with our first child. We got into an argument and my hormones was all over. And I told him, I'm like, get out, don't come back. But I didn't mean it. And next thing I know, a week later, his family calling me like, yeah, he has a new woman. And that's when I'm like, okay.
So when his family is calling you saying he's got somebody new and you're pregnant with his child.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
Honestly, I was stressed out, depressed, hurt. Like, I was there in the whole pregnancy by myself. Like, nobody was there but my family. Like, he came towards the end of my pregnancy.
So what happened with this car?
The car, he came over and he came to pick me up to take me to get something to eat. We're in the car. He went into the gas station first because we had to get gas. And while he go in the car, I'm in there doing investigation. And I open the glove compartment. It's a box of Magnum condoms. Like, not a little box, not the 3 in a pack. It's a big box of Magnum condoms. Like, you need it for a month to supply.
Whose car was he saying? Was he saying it was his car?
No, he said it was his family car.
Mr. Chappelle, whose car was it?
Your Honor, it was a family member car. It wasn't my condoms or anything that she found in the car.
Okay, well, Ms. ROSS-BENNETT, I mean, it makes sense. It's not his car, so anything you find in there probably doesn't belong to him. Why do you think that is an indication that he's cheating?
Because that was the only time I found something in the car. I went back when he came and took me to the OB appointment. I found the perfume, the mail with her name on there. Like,
can I object?
It was more evidence to just verify that it wasn't a family member's car. So,
Well, whose car was this? If
it was a woman car.
How did you find this out?
Well, one time he was by my house and his family member was over there. The family member showed me the password to his phone and he did not know of it. And like the night he went to sleep, I got up, I'm going to the bathroom and I took the phone with me and I went through it and I seen him tell her, drive safe, hon. And I'm like, drive safe? Oh, that was already answered enough questions.
Hold on. How did you know she owned the car, though?
Well, when I got the information, I took the license plate and I actually put it in, it's like a thing you can go online and look up who the vehicle owns.
Yeah. So you just a regular Sherlock Holmes.
As a woman, I'm not gonna sit around and look like nobody fool. So I did my own investigation and it all added up.
And I'm gonna presume this woman is not his relative.
No, it's not his relative. No.
Your Honor,
Okay, Mr. Chappelle, what do you have to say about all this?
What I could say, do she have proof that it was a woman's car? Is there pictures or any of this saying it was a woman's car?
Okay, the car is registered to a woman. I think that's what she found out.
Well, that's what she says.
Well, you told her it was a family member's car, right? It wasn't a family member's car.
Your Honor, it's a family member car.
Okay, Mr. Chappelle, you're in court. You're under oath. You're supposed to tell the truth. Now, this car wasn't a family member's car, was it?
Your Honor, that's what I told her in the beginning. that it was a family member car until I got the picture of the condom box. The perfume, I don't know what she's talking about.
All right, Mr. Chappelle, you've taken this car, you've driven it all the way around the block, you still haven't answered my question. So park the car and just answer my question. This was not a family member's car, was it?
Yes, Your Honor, it was a family member's car.
Who is this woman? Do you know her?
But, Your Honor, how did
Yes
she
or
not...
no question?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know her?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you know this woman?
She's a friend, Your Honor.
Wink, wink.
What kind of friend?
She's not a family member.
No, Your Honor.
Why did you tell your girlfriend it was a family member's car?
Because the way Ashley will react about the situation. If she would have knew right then and there, it wouldn't have been a good situation.
It ain't a good situation now.
You right.
Were you intimate with her?
No, not at the time, Your Honor.
Not at the time.
What time were you intimate with her?
She said we didn't break up.
We didn't.
But from get out and don't come back, I took it as I'ma leave and don't come back.
Okay, Ms. Ross-Bennett, did you tell him get out and don't come back?
I mean, I didn't say don't come back. I just said get out. I didn't say, oh, don't come back. I said just get out because we was arguing. It was gonna go back and forth. So I just said get out. Like
She never said come back. She said get out and don't come back.
All right,
hear
but
from him
let
4
me
weeks
make sure I
later.
got this story. You tell him get out. He calls a friend, let you use her car, and I think you have hinted that you all had sex after you got out. Is that true?
It's 2 months later.
So did you continue to have interaction with this woman?
We was friends for the 2 months. Once Ashley put me out in March, that's when I met the girl.
Okay, so you met her after you got put out.
Yes,
And 2 months after meeting her, you all hooked up.
correct.
no.
Okay, so after all this, y'all managed to get back together.
We had a baby together. I was trying to make it work. I feel like, oh, he could change. It felt like he changed for a while. It was some months, you know? And then, I had my son. Everything was okay. And then I found out I had postpartum. And then here he go. He gone again. He just can't stay around when you need him. He just around, when he want to be around.
What makes you believe he's cheating now?
Oh, I've seen it this year now, writing women on dating sites.
Okay, what is this about dating
Your Honor,
sites?
I'm not having sexual contact with no woman.
That's hard to believe.
Why do you believe he's cheating now?
Okay, so we got into a little argument, like always. Any couple gonna argue, but he run from his situation. He don't know how to communicate. It's a communication problem. And he just, okay, I'm gone.
Where did he tell you he was going?
He told me that wasn't my business, so
All right,
I don't know.
so Mr. Chappelle, where did you go?
Everywhere, Your Honor.
Okay. Hanging out with friends?
Yeah, pretty much. I wasn't with no women.
If you asked her where she's going and she told you none of your business, what would you think?
She was probably with somebody.
Okay. So you're not helping. You're not
Right.
helping your
But he said he was
argument.
hanging out with his buddies.
I know what he said, and I also heard what he said to his wife. And what he said to her was, none of your business.
But he's
Don't
he's
even
allowed to
try
hang
it.
with his buddies, right?
Don't even
Wait,
try
no.
it.
He's allowed to hang out with his buddies, right? That's a yes or no
I
question.
can't, so.
It depends on how you came at him, but I get that.
So you said something about dating sites.
Yes.
Why do
He
you
on them.
believe he's on dating sites or using dating apps?
Well, we was supposed to go out to dinner. We did go out to dinner, but when he came home, he had an attitude like he didn't want to go. We had planned this for 3 days prior to us going out to dinner with the family. We get there, we eat, I left it alone. I see his phone study going off, but he turned it on silent so I wouldn't hear it anymore. And then he put it in his pocket. And after we left dinner, we got home, he went to the restroom, but he left the phone on the bed. And when I seen it on the bed, I'm like, okay, a woman, I'm gonna go through it. So I went through it, I picked it up, I go through it, and I see her calling as I went through. She wasn't just calling trying to talk, she was trying to FaceTime him. So I see the texts, I text her back. I said, who is this? And she was like, oh, really? So now you don't know who I am? Okay, then, bye.
But Your Honor,
All right, but Chappelle, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
That's going
I
too
really
far.
was. Who was this woman? Did you meet her on a dating site?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's her relationship to you?
There is no relationship. It was only a one-day thing.
But they FaceTiming at work. He at work, but he FaceTiming her, so it was something.
That's all it was, conversation.
But why is this woman saying to his girlfriend, you don't know who I am, that indicates that there's been more than one day of conversation.
Thank you. My point exactly. And next thing I know, he was texting an ex too.
So this is also recent that he's been texting with his ex?
Yes. Her boyfriend or whatever, he reached me on Facebook and was telling me how they got into it when he was there and how he's still contacting her. And
what contact are you having with his ex?
Your Honor, there is no contact over the year of May 2016. Me and that girl haven't contacted each other, no sexual contact, nothing.
No email, no FaceTime, no Facebook?
I'm on phone punishment, Your Honor.
You're on phone punishment?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is phone punishment?
Phone punishment goes back from the last incident in February. She said, since you want to do this, I'm going to take the phone. That's why I have no phone today.
You see that? Homegirl slapped it down.
He ain't gonna have it in the
none of that.
I'm not gonna help him talk to the women. If he gonna do it, he better go out there and do it himself.
All right, to get to the bottom of this, the court has engaged the services of licensed private investigator Eric Eccles. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Eccles into the courtroom?
Yes, sir. They don't know.
Right, Mr. Eccles, how are you doing today?
Fine, Your Honors. How you doing?
Doing good. It's good to see you.
How you doing, ma'am?
In connection with this case, what did you do in your investigation?
Well, I went undercover and I posed as a litigant and that I was being accused as a person who was cheating on his spouse.
All right, so in this case, what did you uncover?
We started engaging in our conversation about the nature of his relationship with someone he had met on an internet site.
February, like this last February, or recent. That's some recent signs.
See, that shit was just talking on the phone. I ain't never smashed that girl. She think I smashed her. She telling them I smashed the girl. You ain't touched that girl.
So basically, he said he never touched the girl. Is that
So in this
correct?
actual video clip, he did say that he never, in his terms, smashed her.
And you believed him?
At this particular time, yes, I did.
Okay, what else happened?
Well, now myself and Mr. Chappelle's getting a little bit more comfortable, and I started talking to him in reference to texting his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
So y'all must be still texting each other. She must have called Texas.
Okay, so by reviewing this, he denied texting his girlfriend.
And
his
you
ex. And at this time, I still believe it.
So, did you find anything incriminating?
Well, I tell you, Your Honor, at one point, I was believing everything that he was telling me, and then I started talking to him about a situation where he went out a couple of nights ago. And at this point, I was surprised by his response.
All right, let's see the tape.
Just staying out again. Matter of fact, 2 days before we got here.
So you was out with the girl?
Your Honor, it was no woman.
You just
It was on tape.
Uh,
Are you telling me to believe you and not believe what I just saw?
Your Honor, you can believe me.
How do you
I am. You just said I was with another girl.
I was just out, Your Honor.
But was you with a woman though? That's what she said. Did you hear her?
It's all different types of women in the world.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chappelle,
Look,
Mr.
we
Chappelle.
are asking you about the types of women. I'm asking you.
It wasn't no let's hang out or any of this, just me and her or any of that. I was out riding, being honest.
Mr. Eccles, did he give you any more information?
Well, no, he didn't, but what I found, he does something what I call diverted denials. In other words, he tries to take you around and round and round until you get to the right spot.
I'm so tired of that circle he been on.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
something that he does, and then you have to really zero in and give him a specific question. And that's what I determined. But I couldn't determine through that interview process that he was actually having sex with any of the individuals, but I did find him questionable.
To further get to the bottom of this, the court has ordered a polygraph test of Mr. Chappelle, and we have the result. The court would like to call former Special FBI agent Kendall Scholl. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Go ahead and take the witness stand.
Mr.
Mr.
Scholl,
Scholl,
we need you today.
I did.
Please have a seat. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. You performed a polygraph examination of Mr. Chappelle, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Chappelle, did you have sexual contact with a girl you were communicating with from the dating site? What was his response to that question?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was truthful.
Don't clap yet now. It ain't over.
Ms. Ross-Bennett, you're not convinced?
No.
All right, well, we have one last question.
Okay.
You asked Mr. Chappelle, have you had sexual contact with your ex since May of 2016? What was Mr. Chappelle's response?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was truthful.
There it is.
I'm done, like really done. Like you literally stayed out all night with women when your kids at home. I'm pregnant, but you out with women. No, I'm done.
Well, it sounds like you've made a decision.
You can stay out all night, like that's just crazy.
This is the case of Cleveland versus Cleveland. Ms. Cleveland, you all have been married for 3 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you share with us why you have brought your husband to court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am almost 6 months pregnant. My husband is steadily accusing me of cheating. I know I've done wrong in the past, and I have cheated in the past, but we mended our relationship.
And you're here to save your marriage.
Yes, Your Honor. If I don't have my marriage, I have nothing. My boys will never see their father, and that's not just gonna hurt us, it's gonna hurt my children.
All right, so you're in it to save your family.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Cleveland, why are you here today?
I've already got one foot out the door, Your Honor. I've been through this before. If she's still currently cheating, I'm done. I can't handle this no more.
When you say you can't handle it anymore, what's it doing to you inside?
It's destroying me. It is literally tearing me apart. I don't know if this child is mine or not, and it is her fault. Yeah, our kids are gonna pay for this. I'm not gonna get to be my kid's life every day, and it's her fault. It's gonna be on her.
So, Ms. Cleveland, with your marriage on the line like this, what's it doing to you inside?
It's killing me inside. I'm tired of being accused of cheating. I know, like I said, I've done wrong in the past. But when you let something go, you let something go. And that's what I'm here to do.
Well, the passion with which you describe this, you are passionate about keeping your family together. Tell me about when the passion was about good things.
One of the first happy times that I remember, our first date. I had already had it planned out. I had a special little dock where you wouldn't even find us. I'd already had a white blanket laid out, rose petals all over it, candles on the edge of the dock, all that good stuff. At one point, we turned to look at each other, and I felt it was right. I moved in for the kiss. And I've never felt a connection like that, anything stronger in my life. It's...
Well, and I'm looking at her face, and she's teary-eyed thinking about it. Are these fond, loving memories for you, too?
Yes, Your Honor.
What were some of your favorite first dates, first things that you did together?
Our first family photo.
Oh, baby.
When you see these pictures, what's going through your mind?
I just want things back to the way they were.
This means everything to you.
This is my family. This is all I have.
You're worried that if you're proven to be cheating, that all of this is going away.
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm not really worried about it because I'm not cheating.
I would hope not, but we're gonna see. If you are, this is over with.
We sure will see.
I can't
Mr. Cleveland, I see the tears in your eyes.
I mean, he's gripping that. Look at.
I have to get to the bottom of this. I just don't know, and I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of feeling like I'm torn in two. Like I said, I have one foot out the door right now, and I have to decide if I have to put that other foot out the door, if I need to step back in.
Do you love this woman?
Yes, I love her with all my heart.
What is it? What has happened to bring you all here today?
I come home one night. She left me clues through the house. I come to the front door, there's a clue. Yeah, hey. check the bed, kind of like a little hide and seek, and I got to the end of it, and I found a sonogram, picture of the baby where she was pregnant. And I instantly, like I am now, I started crying, tears of joy. I was just jumping up and down. I was so happy. And I noticed she was teary-eyed. I sat down and I said, "What's wrong, honey? Tell me." She tells me that there is a chance that I'm not the father of the baby.
And this is your first child, not the child she's pregnant with now, but this is your first child.
Mm-hmm, my first child.
And she tells you it might be your friend's baby.
Tore me apart. It still takes a toll on me to this day.
So, was the child yours?
No.
All right.
I didn't find out till 6 months afterwards. It
That
ate
is
at
a
me
lie.
and ate at me and ate at me, and I paid for the DNA test, and I found out he wasn't mine.
And you have reared that child as your own.
Even though he's not, I still consider him like he's mine. I love that child like my mother. I have a very big heart, and I'm not going to let a child go without a father like that.
All right.
Can't do it.
So you end up somehow putting all this behind you, and you stay together.
Yes,
right?
Your Honor. Yes.
So after this, what was the next thing that made you suspicious that she might be cheating?
Like I said, I have a very big heart. She had a friend of hers that actually became a buddy of mine too. It was an ex-boyfriend of hers. He had nowhere to go. I let him come stay over at the house. He kept having a friend of his come over, and I noticed the bond. I noticed that things that I would say that would make her laugh. It was to the point with me and her, I couldn't make her laugh. This guy could say something corny, and she'd fall on the floor rolling around, and it tore me in half.
I get you having a big heart, and I applaud you for that, but you do not have to set yourself on fire to keep people warm. And if you know your wife has an issue, you don't put it in front of her. When I'm on a diet, doesn't happen much, but when I'm on a diet, Mr. Cutler better not bring chocolate up in my house. He knows that's my weakness.
I went to work one night. Lo and behold, here she comes with the friend's friend and some of his family up to my job. What do I see all night long? Buddy, buddy, them being buddy, buddy. Everywhere she went, he went. Everywhere he went, she went.
Your Honor, this is not true.
I even got to the point where I called my boss and asked my boss, can I kick him out before I do something crazy?
Okay, you're saying this isn't true.
This is not true. The only time we went up to his job was on my birthday party, and he was working. He don't tell me I love you. I don't get a kiss after he gets off work. None of this. But I get all this attention from another man that's in my house all the time.
Okay, I gotta say this to you. You need to grow up.
I know.
All right, so Mr. Cleveland, you see this man hanging around a little too much. You see him at your job, your wife's a little too friendly. What do?
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of lost it in the head, and I told her, look, y'all got to back up, and he's got to go.
But at some point, you put your foot down and said, look, he's got to go.
3 days after she came to my job with him.
All right, and did he leave?
Yeah, she left with him. Gone for 2 months.
Were you sleeping with him?
Yes, I did. And the condom broke. And
I don't believe that
take
one.
precautions after that.
I don't believe
Was
that.
that the only time that you had sex with this gentleman?
No, Your Honor.
So you were with him 2 months?
Yes.
All right, and then you leave him and come back to your husband?
Kind of, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, he pretty much just tossed her to the curb, and she come running back.
This is the second time you've taken her back.
Call me a fool if you want, but yes, ma'am. After she come back, she told me she was pregnant. One day when I went to work, I guess she had went and found out, and she told me she was pregnant. There's a good possibility, once again, the child is not mine.
And what was your reaction to that?
My heart sunk even lower. I didn't think it could get any lower.
And you take her back anyway. And you are here trying to prove to him that you are not cheating currently.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well,
You know, I hope for the best because I love this lady with all my heart.
You actually believe there's more than this.
No, it can't be more.
You believe there's more than what we've heard already as to why you think she's cheating.
Yeah, there's more. I believe there's more. I believe she still is. We come back to a point where we were going to try and work things out. Tells me, my dad's friend offered me to sleep in his bed. Well, we talked on the phone about that for a little bit. We kind of got past that. She comes and picks me up. You know, we're hanging out with each other. The whole time, this guy's texting here and there. He even called a few times. She tried to hide it. Her dad calls her, says, let's go have dinner. She drops me off. We part our ways. Me, curiosity killed the cat. I go to the restaurant that they're at. Lo and behold, I don't see her dad's car. I see the dad's friend's car.
Because my dad's truck was broke down and he was borrowing his friend's car.
Your dad has like 4 cars. That's no excuse.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So you believe that your wife was sleeping with her father's friend?
I mean, I was destroyed.
Okay, Miss Cleveland, have you been in a relationship with your father's friend?
No, Your Honor. Like, why would I tell him that I was offered to sleep in somebody's bed if I was sleeping with them? That makes no sense. But he was just being nice. I met my dad later on that evening. He was in his car because his car was in the shop.
I don't know.
I need to know.
Okay. All right. Well, there's another man here who has something to say. Ron, would you please escort the witness in?
Yes, Your Honor. Sir, you would step right in. I'm gonna have you go to the right, Stephanie.
Oh, wow. Gets better. Great.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All right, how you doing?
All right. Would you state your name, please, for the court?
Robert Hall.
All right. And Mr. Hall, you are Miss Cleveland's father.
Yes, I am.
All right. Do you believe that your daughter is cheating on Mr. Cleveland?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to my friend in question, what she's saying is true. If they would quit living their life as a circus, they would have more trust between them. He brings his friends, and they come around showing her attention and shedding money, and next thing you know, she's off with him. I don't believe in that at all. I don't believe my value of marriage is totally not what they got going on. And but they do this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's ridiculous. They need divorced.
Wow. Your daughter is here trying to save this marriage. But what you've observed is nothing to save? Is that what you're saying to this
I'm saying that they don't, neither one have common sense enough to be married with what they're doing in their marriage. It's horrible.
Okay, so what do you need to learn today to save this marriage?
Now, obviously, I got to quit bringing my friends around and give her some more attention. But if she's still cheating, I'm done. I'm not doing it no more.
For this marriage to go forward, you have to find out today that she's not cheating. That's the deal breaker for you. If she's still cheating,
I'm done, and my kids are gonna pay because of her.
To get to the bottom of this, the court has ordered a forensic voice analysis of Ms. Cleveland, and we have those results. At this time, the court will call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf. Ron, please escort Mr. Wolf into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wolf, how are you today?
I'm well, Your Honor, thank you.
In this case, you conducted a forensic voice analysis of Ms. Cleveland, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How does that differ from a lie detector test?
The voice analysis, or forensic voice analysis as we call it, operates by recording the spoken word. And in the spoken word, there are AM and FM frequencies. When you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away, and that's recorded on a computer.
Okay. And so that's an effective way of determining whether someone is telling the truth or not.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, let's take a look at the first question you asked.
Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your father's friend?
No.
Right. What did your forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being truthful.
Thank God.
How do you feel, Mr. Cleveland?
Feel a little bit of relief off my shoulders.
I can tell you just broke down when you heard that.
There's still more, though.
All right, we still have one more question. That is the paternity of this baby. We have those results. We'll see you in our chambers. Court is adjourned.
Mr. and Mrs. Cleveland, we just found out some good news. That is that Mrs. Cleveland is not cheating.
Please tell me you got some more good news.
This court has ordered a prenatal paternity test for Ms. Cleveland, and we have those results. It has been determined by DNA diagnostics that, Mr. Cleveland, you are not the father.
It's okay, sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I still love him like he was mine no matter what. We'll get through this.
Now, Mr. Cleveland, it sounds like you're committed to this. I mean, you've taken it back time and time again. Mrs. Cleveland, you have got to remain committed to this. You've got to get committed and stay committed. That's the only way.
Mistakes.
That's the only way it's going to move forward.
Sir, you're 100% right. We both have to put effort into this.
You've stepped out twice.
Looking for attention.
And have two babies that don't belong to this man that he's gonna raise. If you keep pushing, his loyalty will turn and he will not want to be with you. Take advantage of the court's resources so you can learn how to move together happily and healthily, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.